Welcome to one and all. I am Vasanta, Department of Computer Science. Find area of a square, area of a triangle, area of a rectangle. Then how to write? For example, area of a square. Area of a square. In square, all the sides are same. Here also A. Therefore, area equals A into A. Is it no? Area of a rectangle. For example, these two are A and this will be B. Then how to find area of a rectangle? That is A into B we have to write. A into B we have to write. If it is area of a triangle, A, B, C. Then how to find? First we have to find the side. A plus B plus C whole thing divided by 2. Then here area equals square root of S into S minus A, S minus B, S minus C. This is the formula is required to find area of a triangle. This is the formula required, area of a rectangle. This is the formula to find area of a square. Now in all the three cases I want to find area. For example, now I am writing a program to find area of a square, area of a rectangle, area of a triangle by using function overloading. Then first you have to write header file. First header file as include iostream.h. This header file is required to perform input-output operation. iostream, input-output operation. That means in the program we are using cin as well as cout. If these two functions has to work, then we require this header file. Next, as include conio.h header file. In the program we are using clear screen as well as getch. If these two functions has to work, then we require this conio.h. Next function as include math.h. Math.h. Here we are using square root, sqrt. If sqrt function has to work in the program, then compulsory we required math.h. Program ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದರೂ ನೀವು ಹೆಡರ್ ಫೈಲ್ math.h ಬರ್ದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ರನ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ಬರೋ ಎರರು ಪ್ರೋಟೋಟೈಪ್ ಮಿಸ್ಸಿಂಗ್. ಪ್ರೋಟೋಟೈಪ್ ಮಿಸ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಹೆಡರ್ ಫೈಲ್ ಮಿಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಫರ್ಗಾಟ್ ಟು ರೈಟ್ ದಿಸ್ math.h ಇನ್ ದ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್, then you will get an error prototype missing. Prototype missing ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಹೆಡರ್ ಫೈಲ್ ಮಿಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. Then we have to start with the class F overload. This is the class name, class F overload. In this, we are declaring the variable as well as function. Compulsory variable write down in private section, private. Here, A, we are inputting the variable, B is also we are inputting, A, B, C, all the variables we are inputting, only we are doing the calculation is yes. Yes, I am going to declare it as float because S value is equals to A plus B plus C whole thing divided by 2 we have. 2 ಅನ್ನುವಾಗ ನಮಗೆ fractional part ಬರ್ಬೋದು. That's why we want to write float format. Float, yes, is the variable we are declaring. Then in public section, we are declaring the function one by one. Which data type result we want. Depending upon that, we will write. One is int, add is the function name. First function here we are writing int add. Inside the bracket int a. Here don't put semicolon because inside the class we are writing the definition. Here the calculation we are writing return a into a. Area of a square. Only one value here we will input a into a, that is the return value. Close this function. Here whichever we opened, that here I closed. Next one more function here we are writing int add only. Here int a comma int b. Two arguments, both arguments of type integer, whereas in first function also we have took the function name is add. Here also the function name is add only, but here two arguments, here we have one argument. Here we are return a into b. Close this function. Here two functions we have took, one is add, here also one is add. Next, one more function we are writing, that is here the return type in both the case we are written as integer. Now I am going to take float. Float add only. How many functions here we have? First function, second function. This is a third function. Here int a comma int b comma int c. 3 arguments we are taking. 1 argument, 2 argument, and this is 3 argument. In this, first we will find s value. S equals a plus b plus c. Whole thing divided by 2.0. 2.0 because the result we want to generate in float format. That's why here I written 2.0. Then return the value. Return. Open the bracket. sqrt. Square root of. See the function? Square root of s into s minus a into s minus b into s minus c. Then close this function. But here we have opened the class. Now we will close the class. While closing the class, after putting close the bracket, flower bracket, you have to put 1 semicolon. Here which we have bracket we open, that here it is closed. Totally 3 function, add. 1 argument, 2 arguments, 3 arguments. Now we have to write main program. Void main. First on this, create the object. How to create the object? Class name, then leave 1 space, write on the object name. Here class name is f overload, leave 1 space, f is the object name. Here I am writing. Clear screen, CLR, SCR. Then here call the functions one by one and display the value. Cout, insertion operator, the area of a square equals, then display the value. Insertion operator, call the function object name dot, what is the function name here? We have first function add. After object name you have to put 1 single dot, then add. Inside the bracket I am to write the value. First function it will go to execute. Now call the second function cout. Insertion operator, double quotes, /n. We want to display all the values one below the another in the next line. That's why here we are using /n. The area of a square, then the area of a rectangle equals, and display the value f dot add only, but here 2 arguments I am going to write. Here we will write 2 arguments. Next, third one, cout. Here once again /n. We want to display the result in the next line. That's why /n. The area of a triangle. Equals. Display the value, that is f dot a add 2, 3, 4. Then semicolon at the end, get ch, close the main program which you opened here. Then from this, see what is the aim of the program? To find area of a square, area of a rectangle, area of a triangle. See, function overloading program. Here also add and add. 3 functions we have. 1 argument here, 2 arguments here, 3 arguments here. What is function overloading? Function overloading means function name are same but differ in number of arguments or data type of the arguments. Here we are finding area of a square, that is a into a. Only 1 value we will input, that we will calculate a into a. Here 2 values we will take, a into b. Then we will calculate that return value as a into b. Whereas here a plus b plus c, whole thing divided by 2. Then square root of s into s minus a into s minus b into s minus c. This is the value to find area of a triangle. Then close the function. Here we have opened the function, no, that we will close here. First function, second function, third function. Here we are closing the class. This is the main program. Now we will show you how to execute this program on the system. Apart from that, click on DOS box. Here we will get the screen. On that screen, first you will take File, New option. Then maximize the screen. Then first, by using comment section, type down the version. It is optional. First I am to write a program to find the area of a square, rectangle, triangle using function overloading. Then close the comment section. Now write the program. First start with the header file hash include iostream.h. This is a supporting header file for scene as well as cout. Hash include iostream.h. Next header file hash include conio.h. There is a supporting header file for clear screen as well as getch. Next function hash include math.h. This is a supporting header file to perform mathematical function, because in the program we are using sqrt function. For that we need this header file. If you have not mentioned this header file, then we will get an error, prototype missing. Next we want to start with the class. Class, here we are given f overload is the function name. Inside this, first in private section we are declaring the variables. The first variable I am going to take float yes. Next in public section we are declaring the functions. The first function, that is the return type, here we are written as int area. Inside the bracket int a. Only one argument here we have, that is a of type integer format. Inside the class only we are writing the statement here. That's why I am not written any semicolon. Here we will open this function. Here return a into a, area of a square, a into a. Then close this function. Next one more function we will take here, that is int, the return type here integer format, then the class name here once again area, then here int l comma int b, that is length and breadth here we are considered. Then open the bracket of this function, that is here return, inside the bracket length into breadth. Next we will close this function. One more functions we have to write, that is the return type here we are taken as float format. Float, once again the class name here area, inside the bracket int a comma int b comma int c. Int c. Then close this. Here open the bracket. Here we have to write the statement, that is sides equals a plus b plus c whole thing divided by 2.0. Next it has to return the value, return inside the bracket sqrt. ಈ sqrt function work ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ math.h ಹೆಡರ್ ಫೈಲ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. Then here yes into S, before writing we have to open one more bracket, S minus A into, open bracket, S minus B, close the bracket, into, open the bracket, S minus C. That is square root of S into S minus A into S minus B into S minus C. Then next close this function. Totally in this we have three function, area, area, area only. But in the first function only one argument, in second function we have two arguments, in third function we have three arguments. After this close the class. To close the class, flower bracket, at the end you have to put semicolon. Next write on the main program, that is void main. Void main. Here we will first create the object. How to create object? The class name, that is F overload is the class name, then D is the object. Clear screen, CLR, SCR. Next here display all the values one by one. See out. Insertion operator, inside the double quotes write down the area of a square equals, display the value. Now call the function, that is D is the object name, the D dot area. Inside the bracket we are passing the argument, that is 4. To move the cursor next line, if you want you can use slash n, otherwise end line function also you can use. End line function. Next one, see out, insertion operator, inside the double quotes, the area of a rectangle, display the value. Insertion operator, D dot area only. But here compulsory you have to give two arguments. For example, I am going to give 5, 6. If I am going to write only one argument, then it would execute the first function. Next insertion operator, end line function. Next one more, see out, insertion operator, the area of a triangle, display the triangle value. Then insertion operator, D dot, that is object, D dot area, but here compulsory to pass three arguments, 3, for example I am to give 2, 3, 4. Close this one. For last line anyhow it is optional, end line. Next get ch, close the main program. Now first say the program now. For example, I am going to give experiment 8 is the program name .cpp. Compulsory to save with the extension .cpp. Then compile the program with the help of Alt F9. There you are going to an error, one error, press any key to identify the error. Statement missing semicolon they are written. Now here they are not written semicolon, identify the error. Now once again compile, still we had two errors. Statement missing semicolon anta ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. Where exactly we have missed the semicolon, identify the mistake, particularly where we have made any mistake. The return type here we are given as float, that is S equals A plus B plus C whole thing divided by 2.0 semicolon we are written. Area int A, int B and then int C. Once again there is no any error, compile, still we had two errors, semicolon missing. Where we have missed semicolon, that one by one you have to identify. Here in private section we have declared the variable float area int A, int B, int C. All the variables we have declared here. 2.0 semicolon, compile, one error, statement missing semicolon. Here once again we have missed semicolon, write down semicolon here. Now compile the program, there is no any error. After compiling, once again save the program and then run. See, it is displaying. No need to give the values at the time of compiling. Whatever value inside the argument we return, it will take that and it will display. Area of a square is 16, area of a rectangle is 13, area of a triangle is 2.904737. Now is it clear for all of you? Next class, we will meet with new program, and to come out from this, file quit. Thank you.